So in this module and the next several modules, I want to spend some time talking about culture and all the things that go into it, because truly, culture is like the infrastructure of your business. I mean, there's so much that goes on in building a great business, and if you have the right culture, it makes everything else easier. I've heard the analogy of culture being kind of like water in an aquarium. It's the thing that kind of gives life to everything else, but it's almost invisible, right? It's the foundation that everything's built on. So it's not necessarily the star of the show, but with bad culture, nothing works. With great culture, everything works better. So I want to spend some time on talking about culture and how you can really systematically create a culture that's reflective of the business that you want to have, that is attractive to your clients, that makes your workplace a place that people will love being a part of, and really it's somewhere that you're going to want to go to work each and every day. So let's start let's start talking about the big overarching kind of theme. Culture is really just the way that you go about doing what you do. And coming from a sports background, culture, a winning culture, a winning program, that anytime a new coach takes over, a sports team, be it professional, collegiate, high school, anything down the line, usually they're getting this job because the team hasn't necessarily been successful. So the biggest challenge that they have kind of on their plate is turning around the culture and turning it from, a losing culture to a winning culture. So really, you building a winning culture or a successful business culture is really just establishing the way you're going to do things, the way that your business operates. And winning programs or successful businesses have kind of a different way of doing things. And so what we want to do over the next several videos is break this down step by step so you understand how you can actually make this happen and what goes into it. Because I think because culture is something that's almost invisible to the naked eye, it's hard for people to quantify. It's hard for them to wrap their head around. They all say, hey, I have a great culture, or I want to have a great culture, but they don't know where to start. So what we're going to do is kind of break this down step by step and help you understand how you can build the culture that you want, what goes into it, and really identify things that maybe are points that your ideal culture is breaking down and that you can fix it, or areas that maybe you can place a little more emphasis on so that you can improve things. Or if nothing else, it's just going to be a different way of looking at things, so you see how everything kind of weaves together so that you can build the business that you want to have.